Hello and welcome. First and foremost, here's wishing all our viewers on India Today's NewsTrack a very happy Dhanteras. I hope you have a spectacular Deepavali. Our show today focuses on the sale of firecrackers that have been banned by the government, by the authorities, and yet available in common sight. And the government looking the other way, not clamping down. So we'll have that investigation. There were unseasonal rains thanks to the western disturbance. They've cleared the skies out. What does the outlook for Deepavali hold? Are we headed for yet another toxic, smoke-filled Deepavali, or will this year be different? That's my top focus on the NewsTrack.
Delhi air quality improves. But worst yet to come. Firecrackers set to smoke up capital. Crackers banned, but production continues. Delhi's shadowy cracker market exposed. India Today's special investigation, Operation Dirty Pataka. That is a big focus on NewsTrack.
A special investigation by India Today exposes a distressing reality. We unravel unyielding production of firecrackers in the national capital region amidst Delhi's smog. The investigation sheds light on the insidious underbelly of the Diwali fervour. Watch this report by Nitin Jain from the India Today Special Investigation Team.
A suffocating blanket of toxic air. The Indian capital shrouded in a veil of pollution once again as the festival of light approaches. Amidst the smoke veiling Delhi, an India Today investigation has unveiled a troubling reality. Large-scale firecracker factories operating at full capacity in the national capital region, merely 100 kilometers from Delhi, adding to the escalating pollution crisis. Make no mistake, what you witness isn't a display of baby plants in an indoor farm. These are slender metal wires coated with combustible elements positioned on racks for drying. Javed Khan operates a large unit, producing a variety of crackers for the Diwali season.
क्या रेट है?
ये रेट तो इसका 135 रुपए का है हमारा। ये सारा हमने मार्का वगैरह सब अपना डोल के नाम से अपना छपाया हुआ है।
अच्छा।
सारा डब्बे पे मार्का सारा अपना है।
इससे बड़ा साइज नहीं?
ना बस ये साइज का है।
कितनी देर चल जाता है ये?
ये चलता होगा 12-13 सेकंड।
अच्छा ये आइटम है।
प्रीमियम क्वालिटी का माल है ये सारा।
Khan displayed a live show of his fireworks for sale.
कितने टाइम हो गए भाई? इसका हमारा होलसेल रेट ही 15 रुपये पीस का है।
क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
मैं बता देता हूँ आपको रीजन। इसमें 8 रुपए का भी गोल आता है, 10 रुपए का भी आता है, 6 रुपए का भी आता है। ये वो माल नहीं
छूटने की नहीं। इसकी आवाज धमाकेदार है।
छोटे हैं। ये छोटा है।
नहीं रेट क्या है?
रेट इसका भी आपको लगा देंगे।
ये 150। इसमें कितने हैं?
50 पीस।
चलेंगे ना?
दौड़ेंगे।
तुम्हारे कहने से थोड़ी होता है।
भाई तो चला नहीं सकता। यहाँ खुला है सारा, बहुत दूर तक आवाज जाएगी।
इसमें मार्का नहीं है ना?
किस चीज का? ग्रीन का? ये ना?
क्या है? ये कोई मार्का थोड़ी है, QR कोड होता है।
बस वो नहीं है जी। हाँ पक्का श्योर ये है, दिवाली के 20 दिन बाद 25 दिन बाद
लाइसेंस आ जाएगा वो।
101%। मैं बहुत बड़ी गलती कर दी, मैं पछता रहा हूँ।
Shahid runs a factory cum store in the neighborhood for manufacturing and selling his fireworks. He showcases various crackers to potential customers.
इससे बड़ा ये मट्टी वाला है, मट्टी वाला लेकिन वो रखते थे दिखाई उठा देना।
हाँ ये वाला
ये भी ऐसा ही मिलेगा जैसा ये है,
इससे बड़ा
फुल साइज
कितने का
फुल साइज है। 4 पीस है, 250 रुपये। रेट डाउन होगा तो इसमें केमिकल कम होना है। 150 रुपये में ये 5 पीस है, चलने में अच्छा रहेगा। नहीं, एक दो आइटम बनाते हैं, बाकी सब मेल मिलाने होते हैं भैया। आप ये देसी लगे, अगर ग्रीन ट्रेड में चाहिए तो गुड़िया का मिलेगा, ये भी सुप्रीम का मिलेगा। वो अपने पास चलता नहीं, बहुत महंगा होता है। ये सब हमारे यहाँ का बना हुआ है। 2 फीट है ये वाला भाई, लोनी के चलने में ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। 900 रुपये है ये हमारे। ये
We visit another fireworks factory in the same district, licensed to produce green crackers. But we discover that this unit manufactures heavy-duty conventional fireworks during the festive season. Akram, the operator, exhibits a range of non-green products.
आयरन डस्टिंग को
बूढ़ी का बुरुदा चिपकाने के लिए गिरे, 2 कोड मिट्टी के लगेंगे नीचे, मिट्टी 4 मिट्टी, 2 4 मिट्टी के कोड लगेंगे नीचे, और ऊपर वो एल्युमिनियम पाउडर, सोडा मिला।
इन दोनों में रेट में कितना अंतर है?
रेट में इसकी डब्बी, रेट में तो इसकी 200-320 रुपये की, 32 रुपये की डब्बी जी। और इसकी जो डब्बी है वो शीखा की 170 रुपये की उठेगा। इसके केमिकल महंगे होते हैं ग्रीन में,
और ये सस्ता माल है।
Illegal firework units, merely a stone's throw away from the capital, defy restrictions aimed at controlling massive air pollution in Delhi. A report by Nitin Jain for India Today's Special Investigation Team.
In the second installment of India Today's investigation, we expose the retail sale of fireworks that's been hidden in plain sight in the national capital region. Watch this report.
Sold in confectionery shops.
भाई साहब पटाखे चल रहे थे, मिला ऐसा ना हो भाई साहब। बुलाना बाद में वो हमने जो माल दे रखे है लोकल ही मंगाते हैं, सिवा काशी का माल होगा सारा। चलो।
In grocery stores.
अच्छा मुझे बता बेटा क्या क्या मिलेगा? इतना तो पता होगा तुझे कुछ?
रॉकेट, शॉर्ट वॉट सब मिल जाएंगे।
And in secluded areas. India Today delves into the underground market of highly polluting firecrackers in Delhi and its adjacent regions. In Delhi's North District, our investigative reporter discovered how a confectionery store in Narela was also a retail supplier of Diwali fireworks. Its owner, Ashu, has stocked fireworks on the upper floor of the building. He showcases images of the hidden stock to potential customers first, takes orders, and then delivers the fireworks to the buyers.
ये क्या भाई? ये 100 बम की लड़ी मार तो सब है तकरीबन। चक्री होगी म्यूजिक वाली। और बता, अभी आपको ये फोन में छोटा लग रहा है, अगर इसका डब्बा मैं यहाँ रखूँगा ना, यहाँ से यहाँ तक का डब्बा है इसका। अच्छा, सब में बड़ा नारियो है, 15 मिनट ही चल लेगा एक नारियो। फिर तो फोन में दिखता है कौन माल के है कि नहीं, सारे एक से लगे हैं।
ये क्या है?
ये पेंसिल आई है।
ये क्या भाई? हेलो,
ये सिंगल शॉट है।
ड्रैगन क्या है ये? ड्रैगन
ये 12 शॉट का डब्बा आता है, 12 बार दे जाएगा ऊपर।
ये क्या?
ये सिंगल शॉट है एक, जो ऊपर जाके सितारा सा खिल जाता है ना।
माल दिखा नहीं सकते क्या?
दिखा नहीं सकते, एक दिन में तो 2 वाले हैं। इतनी कभी नहीं सकता ये, इस टाइम तो बहुत ज़्यादा। पिछले साल तो कुछ भी सकता है ना थी, फुल करके देख लीजिए पिछले साल से ही।
Fireworks brought down from the upper floors, stock and presented to customers.
एक तो वो चकरी हो गई साउंड वाली, पेंसिल हो गई गुड़िया की, एक नॉर्मल वाली पेंसिल, एक ड्रोन लिखवाया है, एक पेटी लिखवाई है 60 शॉट वाली, एक नारी है। सचिन फोटो भेजो उस पर जाकर दिए। ये वाली जो चकरी है ना, इसके 2 डब्बे लिए ये बस, और बाकी आइटम सब एक के।
Now we visit a grocery store a few yards from the Narela police station. Its owner, Dinesh, manages orders for fireworks in a similar manner.
लड़ी कितनी चाहिए आपको? वो फुल 5 पीस का पैकेट आता फुल जड़ी का।
अब ये फुल लड़ी कितनी बड़ी है, कैसी है?
मैं आपको बताता हूँ, आज के आइडिया से बताता हूँ, इतनी होगी। एक फुल जड़ी के अंदर 5 पीस होंगे।
ब्रांड कौन सा है?
बढ़िया होगा, शिकायत नहीं आएगी। कि जो वाली बात हो ना कि ना चले, वो काम नहीं होगा। जो फिरकी होती है 100 रुपये का पैकेट भी आता है, 200 का भी, 300 का भी, और फुल साइज में बनाता हूँ 400 रुपये का। बिजली पंप क्या पैकेट करा 2 पैकेट है ना, तो हम जैसे कि 2 महीने पहले तो 15 के बेचते हैं, आज के 15 दिन रहते हैं ना, बेचना बंद कर देते हैं, किसी और को वो कर देते हैं।
भाई तो पटाखे चले जी, बोला सुनाओ
भाई साहब बुलाना बाद में, वो हमने तो माल दे रखे हैं, लोकल ही मंगाते हैं, सिवा का सिवा माल होगा सारा।
Firecracker peddlers employing minors to sell to NCR retailers and wholesalers. Underage boys offering various fireworks to customers in the bushes of Farooq Nagar in Ghaziabad.
इतना तो पता होगा तुझे कुछ? रॉकेट, शॉट वॉट सब मिल जाएंगे। रिजवान इधर आजे, जिधर उस दिन पर्चे बना रहे थे, जहाँ तू अपनी स्कूटी खड़ी कर रहा था।
ये बता, पटाखे तू यहाँ से देखेगा, फिर लाएगा,
पहले लिखा जाएगा, फिर तुम्हारा सामान आएगा,
यही आएगा,
10-15 मिनट में आ जाएगा।
और पटाखों की क्या गारंटी है?
गारंटी रहती है नहीं सबकी। कौन सी जगह से भाई आप?
दिल्ली से।
गारंटी रहती है, अब 1 नंबर का खोलो।
क्या क्या है?
नंबर ले जाना।
सारे सामान है भाई,
ये सारे सामान में क्या क्या है?
अनार, फूल जड़ी, चकरी, हंटर, रावण बम, नाजी।
दिक्कत ही आ रही है थोड़ा यहाँ पर, वो जो पटाखे होते नहीं जो हम फरकनगर में बनाते हैं, फरकनगर में बैन हो रहे हैं ना, तो इस मारे दिक्कत ही आ रही है, क्योंकि फैक्ट्री में आग लग गई थी ना।
तुम्हारी?
हाँ ना, हमारी में नहीं, किसी और की में।
अच्छा,
तो इस मारे ये दिक्कत आ रही है।
उधर पर लाइसेंस नहीं है?
लाइसेंस तो ग्रीन का बनना है, ये तो बैन है ना।
The shadowy world of illegal firecracker sales as Delhi and its neighboring regions grapple with toxic air. A grim picture amidst the festival of lights. A report by Nitin Jain for India Today's Special Investigation Team.
As per the rules laid out by the government in the National Capital Region, the sale of all kinds of firecrackers is supposedly banned, and the Supreme Court has refused to interfere with the government's ban on firecrackers. Yet, despite that, as this India Today investigation shows, quite predictably, firecrackers readily available. Remember, these aren't green firecrackers, these are all manner of firecrackers available at local stores and available quite readily. It didn't take us time to mount that investigation. All it took was 1 day. So it's not like we went deep undercover or anything like that. It was pretty easy to go out and get this. Now, what does this mean for Deepavali? Will we see massive smog soon after Deepavali, or will this Deepavali be different because the skies cleared out, it rained, the weather at this moment is such that the pollution levels are low. Now, if we don't go crazy with firecrackers which are polluting, then maybe the situation won't be so bad. But if all these illegal firecrackers are being sold, then it could get really bad. Now, these aren't green firecrackers, as I said, which are relatively clean towards the environment. These are locally produced firecrackers with very little preventive steps taken to ensure that the pollution levels stay low. Joining us to talk about this is Jasmine Shah, National Spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. With us is Harish Khurana, Secretary of the Delhi BJP. For an environmental perspective, Chandra Bhushan, President, Chief Executive of the International Forum for Environment, Sustainability and Technology, or iForest, and GP Sharma, President of the Met Department at SkyMet Weather. And the logic for having him is to know what happens over the next 48 hours. The sky is clear, pollution low, will it stay that way or not? But first I want to go across to Jasmine Shah, because Gopal Rai, the Delhi Environment Minister, did a big press conference saying ban on all types of firecrackers in Delhi this year. Supreme Court didn't interfere with that, which basically means that a reporter should not have found firecrackers so easily. Far from, firecrackers very readily available. And remember, these, as I said, aren't green firecrackers. They're relatively clean. These are just really terrible, highly polluting, locally produced firecrackers where very little preventive steps are taken. Why is this happening on your watch, Jasmine?
Rahul, first, I would like to congratulate the India Today team for doing fantastic ground reporting on this very important issue. As you're aware, and as you rightly summarized, the AAP government in Delhi was the first to announce a ban on all types of firecrackers in this peak winter season, which we know results in extreme levels of pollution. But shockingly, Rahul, we know that pollution is not a Delhi problem. Today, in fact, out of the 10 most polluted cities in India, 5 are in Haryana, 3 are in UP, Delhi is one of them. It is the Delhi NCR problem. Delhi capital only occupies 3% of the landmass of Delhi NCR. However, as I was saying, shockingly, the other NCR states, which is namely UP, Haryana and Rajasthan, have not announced any kind of a blanket ban on firecrackers. So yes, it should be very difficult to procure firecrackers in Delhi. But people from Delhi are going to Haryana. They are going.
No, but can I counter this to ask you this question, Jasmine Shah? Just 1 second. Is a all-pervasive ban on firecrackers even practical? The reality is a lot of people want to burst firecrackers. By now, it's quite evident that pollution from Diwali firecrackers is only one part of the problem. The large part of the problem, 44% of the problem, is farm fires, mostly emanating on your watch in Punjab. If you were to allow for the sale of certain kinds of firecrackers, relatively less polluting green firecrackers, wouldn't that be more practical? You're asking people, patake mat chalao. Log bol rahe bhai hame to chalane. Now, if because the rule is illogical or unimplementable, people will find some jugaad solution for this.
Not true, Rahul. First of all, let me correct you that the contribution of Parali pollution in this season has by and large been in the range of 25%. Another 25% is sources within Delhi. 50%, the missing gap of 50% is coming from Haryana and UP. And these are multiple sources. But the point is not that. We know that there is
no, the Ministry of Environment and Sciences has put out data saying...
Let me complete.
No, 1 second. Delhi's AQI was 464 when this was measured. Farm fire contribution was 44. This as per data put out by the Union Ministry of Earth Sciences.
I do not know which data. I am referring to the Government of India website, which you can log in anytime. This is by the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, Rahul. And it says that the farm fire contribution has been between 25 to 30%. But anyways, regardless, let's come to the point that, see, at the end of the day, we know that this is a health crisis for the 70 crore people of North India and especially Delhi NCR, where I'm telling you that today there is more pollution in Noida and Haryana than in Delhi. Why is it that UP and Haryana are not willing to take any, I mean, we are talking about a complete ban in Delhi. They're not willing to ban any kind of activity, be it manufacture, sale, or any kind of, other activity on firecrackers. That is one problem. The second is more about the implementation, which is, Delhi government does not have the control over Delhi police. So yes, to the extent that you showed stories that in Narela there are some shops that are popping up. Last month, Supreme Court actually pulled up Delhi police to say that Delhi government, it is in the role of Delhi government to announce a ban. But why is Delhi police lax in implementing the ban? So I think somewhere the two agencies which are reporting to two different governments need to in दोनों के बीच में तालमेल होना चाहिए.
Okay.
But I'll still say that the nature of the problem is such that we cannot play with lives of children, we cannot play with lives of elderly for this period.
Okay, let me get Harish Khurana in on this. Now, two or three things. One, your principal charge is that Haryana and UP are not doing anything. These are governments, Mr. Khurana, run by the Bharatiya Janata Party. आप इस at least हम कुछ तो कर रहे हैं, आप लोग तो कुछ कर ही नहीं रहे हो. So first respond to that. And secondly, the Delhi police reports to you, if these firecrackers are available and the rule is that there should be no firecrackers sold, then why is the police sleeping on the job?
Rahul, the police will take surely action on this, no doubt about that. But my point is something else. The firecracker has not started yet. I mean, no firecrackers as on date has been burst. But since last 25 days, we are living in a health emergency situation. Firecrackers की वजह से आ रहे हैं क्या? Point is this. Point is, till last 2 years when Minister Singh was in government, that time the stubble burning was the biggest cause coming from Punjab. Now you're not talking about Punjab at all. But ICR data, which you have already shown to your viewers, I'm seeing since last few days, till 9th of November, till yesterday, total cases which have come in is 35,350 cases of stubble burning from 1st September till date. Out of this, interestingly, Rahul, what you're talking about, Haryana is the only cause. Punjab stubble burning is 23,620, and in compared to Punjab, Haryana is 1,676. Look at the difference between 1,676 versus 23,620 from Punjab. So Punjab के कसूर नहीं है, only Haryana का कसूर है because 1,670 आए हैं. Punjab is 223,000. Jasmine Shah will never admit that. Point is, unfortunately, Delhi government don't have a vision. He's talking about 25% parali. We all know October, November, December month is where vehicle emission is one of the causes. I mean, whole year is one of the causes, but 25% is vehicle emission. Around 25 to 30% is stubble burning, and dust pollution is around 16%. So in all, 66-67% is three major causes. We are listening since last 7 years. Mechanical sweepers are coming in. मेरे को तो lens ढूंढने से नहीं मिला आज तक. 12 years, it's been 12 years now. Not even a single DTC bus has been purchased by DTC. 700 buses have been come of electrical buses, which have been given by central government. No state government has purchased it, on record and telling it. आ रही हैं, सुन रहे हैं हम, आ रही हैं, आएंगी, पता नहीं कब आएंगी. Stubble burning, last 2 years, they were talking about Amrinder Singh. I have already told you. I have a video of on your channel only, India Today channel only, last year on 5th of November, I think, when Arvind Kejriwal clear said, give me 1 year, I'll remove this stubble burning. क्या हुआ पता नहीं, 1 साल निकल गया. Stubble burning के लिए they made you remember a goal kind of thing. I'll tell you, RTI, 2 lakh rupees was the cost of that capsule. 23 crores of advertisement, sir. 23 crores of advertisement. I can share you that RTI with me. What kind of vision
so
they have?
Let's take it one by one. I just want to show our viewers the data for stubble burning and bring that up on the screen right now, which looks at how stubble burning is faring this year relative to the previous years. And remember, it is absolutely correct that Arvind Kejriwal and the AAP had claimed, Jasmine Shah, if you were elected to power, you will eliminate this problem in a matter of no time. You said it's easy to do, it is not difficult, hum karke dikhayenge. While the number of farm fires has come down, it is still very high, which basically means that your talk was much more than the reality. Why aren't you using that magical decomposer which you promised when you were campaigning?
Rahul, absolutely not. But let me point out to your viewers how Mr. Harish Khurana had no answer to the fact that firecrackers की खुलेआम sale हो रही है हरियाणा यूपी में. In fact, many BJP leaders in Delhi, even when Delhi has announced the ban, openly go ahead and incite the people कि नहीं, केजरीवाल ने बोला है ban करो तो आपको उसका उल्लंघन करना है. So this is their mentality. This is their attitude. For them, lives of children and elderly do not matter. It's all about politics. Now, I'm glad the question of stubble burning came up. Rahul, it is your own data, India Today's data, which is taken from the Government of India satellite data, which shows in the last 1 year alone, incidences of stubble burning in Punjab have reduced by 50%, 50 to 55%. It's not a small reduction, and it's unfair to compare Haryana with Punjab because Punjab is where majority of paddy plantation in the entire country is. We're talking about 30 lakh hectares of non-basmati rice paddy cultivation happening in Punjab versus some 7 or 8 lakh hectares.
Okay, let Harish Khurana respond to it. Can we just take that data on the graphic right?
Question is about
just 1 second. Let me run that. Today. No, 1 second. Harish Khurana, first let me explain to our viewers the data, then you can answer. Their charge is that the number of farm fires this year, basically what this graphic does is compares the number of farm fires so far versus the previous year. And the argument that's being made is that the number of farm fires this year are lesser than the previous year by a fair amount. So the number of farm fires, he's saying, is actually coming down, and therefore we have done, if you look at the 2023 data, it's 54.9% down. Last year it was 32,486, this year it is 20,978. So Khurana Sahab, they're saying, pehle se to 50% down hai.
No, I'll tell you. I know what they're talking about. I'm only saying one thing. If you see the total number of cases of stubble burning from 1st September till date,
कोई मतलब नहीं है खुराना साहब, आप हरियाणा में
नहीं बोला, आपके बीच में नहीं बोला.
Jasmine, let him speak. Jasmine, let Harish Khurana speak, please.
He knows what I'm talking about. When you compare total cases of stubble burning, Punjab is contributing around 68%, my dear friend, Mr. Jasmine Shah. That's the actual fact. And 1,676 number of cases of stubble burning in Haryana versus 23,000, 10 times more. And you're talking Haryana ka kasoor hai, Punjab ka kasoor nahi hai. You're talking about that. You're claiming 50% down ho gaye. Agreed. But what about 10 times more stubble burning which is coming in if you compare Punjab versus and Haryana? That's a fact. Please do that. Please talk about that also.
Okay, I want to bring the other guests also. So Jasmine, just 20 seconds. I want to go to the others as well.
Yes. मेरा केवल ये कहना है राहुल दैट ये जो गला चीख चीख के बोल रहे हैं कि पंजाब में स्टबल बर्निंग हो रही है, he will never answer to the fact that diesel buses are running galore in UP and Haryana. ये पोल्यूशन नहीं कर रही है. Thermal power plants, coal power plants are running in Haryana and UP. दिल्ली में शट डाउन हो गया है. वहाँ पे आपके डीजल जनरेटर सेट चल रहे हैं. So they never will take any accountability, Rahul.
अरे आप ये बताओ ना यार, you know what would be more useful is if the BJP spoke about what they are doing to fix the problem, if the AAP spoke about what they are doing to fix the problem, each one trying to find fault with the others and the viewers getting quite irritated with that.
I'll tell you what we have done.
बताओ खुराना साहब आपने क्या किया है? बोलो.
I'll tell you what. Since last 1 year I'm talking about 3,333 crore rupees have given to Punjab, Haryana, Delhi and NCR to stop the stubble burning. 1,27,000 Sierra machines have been given to Punjab, 80,000 given to Haryana. When 80,000 machines say 1676 cases आ सकते हैं, why not Punjab? You talk about Delhi. Who has
और क्या किया आपने?
यार आप प्लीज बीच में मत बोलो यार. Eastern Western Peripheral, who has made it? Central government has made it.
Okay.
Dhara Kuan way, who has made it? Central government has done it. Gazipur to Meerut, who has done it?
Okay.
Central government has done it. Pakdi Bidan Tunnel, who has made it? Central government done it. These all have reduced the pollution in Delhi, my dear friend.
Okay.
What you have done.
So now GP Sharma, the most important question at this time in North India is what's the weather outlook for the next 48 hours? This morning it was raining in several parts and therefore pollution levels crashed. That was a big relief. What happens tomorrow, the day after, and most importantly the morning after Deepavali?
Yes, Rahul, the recent spell which we had, I say it was not extensive, both in terms of spread and intensity as far as the northern plains are concerned. Mountains, they did have some good rain and snow, but not in the plains. And therefore, I feel it was inadequate to disperse the level of pollution which we have in and around, particularly the capital city. Okay, we talked about now how is it going to be after Diwali or around Diwali. The things are going to clear up today itself. Okay, the rain has stopped. I think by early night itself, completely it's going to stop and skies are going to clear up thereafter. Even further next days, 10 days, I think starting from tomorrow onwards, I do not expect any significant weather, any more interruptions like we had in the past 24 hours coming up on account of western disturbance or any significant weather system. Meaning that the current spell which we had, yes, in the wake of the system.
How long will it last? According to you, as best as you can understand, this bout of rain, how long will it keep the skies clear?
It's going to keep the skies clear now. Weather is going to cease. Weather activity is going to cease tonight itself. Okay. And tomorrow onwards, I said for the next about 10 days, I do not see any further interruptions on account of any similar system.
Okay, one of the things GP Sharma, the AAP government in Delhi is talking about is chemical rain. It's been tried in China and elsewhere. They are working with IIT Kanpur. They want to induce rainfall. Is that a good idea according to you?
Rahul, I am a little amused at this idea at the moment. Okay. Having artificial, it's a very, very complex algorithm. It needs three things essentially: location matters, season matters, and the meteorological conditions which are prevailing, that matters. And we have the least favorable of all these things at this point of time. Okay, to me, it appears next to almost impossible to have any artificial rain.
Why is it impossible? We are explaining, as you see on the screen, how artificial rainfall works. It's been done in China. Why are you saying it's impossible at this moment now in India?
Rahul, you tell me number of successes and failures of artificial rain, whether it is attempted anywhere in the world. The failures outnumber the successes, and for obvious reasons. Okay, to have artificial rain, you have to have certain essential conditions. Firstly, the clouds. You have to have clouds. Without that, it won't happen. If some clouds are there, you need some towering clouds, mean vertical clouds, which have sufficient moisture and the water vapors and the water, the molecules in that. Okay, droplets should be there. The only thing is, in normal circumstances, those droplets inside the clouds, they're rather too small, and therefore they, before falling on the ground, they evaporate. Okay, that is how it doesn't rain. But you need those clouds. You need.
Okay, let Jasmine Shah respond to it. You're calling it a harebrained cuckoo idea, more tamasha than reality. The fact that the weather system at this moment is such that you need some clouds for the chemicals to create rainfall. He's basically saying that this is just a publicity stunt which will have no impact. Jasmine Shah.
Well, let me just correct the gentleman. This is not our idea. This is the idea proposed by IIT Kanpur. What the Kejriwal government did is it reached out to experts all over the country, Rahul, to explore what are the emergency measures possible, especially in the month of November, December, when we see the pollution levels go up. And one of the interesting ideas proposed by IIT Kanpur, which, let me say that they have tried 7 trials so far, admittedly in the month of monsoon, 6 of which were successful in the Kanpur region. And they have said that, on an experimental basis, let's try out. I don't think we should be so pessimistic in our country with trying something new. It has worked in China. It has worked in Dubai. Maybe it will work in Delhi.
Let me ask the same question to Chandra Bhushan, President and CEO of the International Forum for Environment, Sustainability and Technology. What do you think of this AAP idea of exploring the possibility of chemical rainfall? Is it a worthwhile experiment or is it completely harebrained?
Well, as was explained by the previous panelist, you need certain basic minimum conditions before, you can even say it will work. And there are very simple parameters which you can actually draw out and see whether those conditions exist or not. Moisture in the air, cloud cover, the vertical length of cloud. There are multiple indicators. So if Delhi government wants to try it on an experimental basis, they should, first of all, make sure that those minimum conditions are there. Even when minimum conditions are met, you will have success rate of 10-15%. This is not a sure shot method to get rain. You fly the aeroplane and drop some silver iodide and the rain will start falling. That doesn't happen. The success rate is very, very limited. It has been tried in India. Let me just say that. It is not only that it has been tried in Dubai and China. In parts of India, especially Gujarat and Maharashtra, not today, 10 years back, cloud seeding experiments have happened during drought season. But it has not been very successful. The success rate of this technology.
No, will it work right now or not? You are the expert. Will it work right now or is it a disastrous idea? You know, Jasmine has a point कि try करके देखते try करने में क्या जाता है. The Met Department
Rahul,
expert says, "अरे boss, when you know that there is no cloud, what's the point of trying this? It's a waste of time." What do you think, Chandrabhushan?
Okay, no, what I'm saying is that one has to look at the minimum conditions. If minimum conditions are met, why not? Try it out because it's an emergency situation. But what will work, Rahul, right now is, as our person from SkyMet has said, the next 4 days, 5 days are again very bad and adverse meteorological condition. Whatever rain you had will finish tonight. And then you have 10 days of adverse meteorological condition. Punjab, the harvesting has only been done, I think only 60% harvesting has been completed. 40% more is to be done. So more stubble is likely to be burnt. If you really want
no, but
to
do you
make
think
sure
the AAP government in Punjab is treating this on a war footing like it should? They claim that, actually it's just so bad, the pollution, that everybody has a cough. But is the situation genuinely, as far as farm fires are concerned, getting better or not? What's your expert view?
Rahul, I'm not able to hear you out, but let me just answer what I was saying is that 40% of harvesting of wheat in Punjab is still to be done. They are likely to burn more stubble. If we can control it now, that will have significant impact in reducing air pollution in Delhi in the next 10 days.
No, so my question was, do you think the government in Punjab is dealing with this at a war footing, or are they doing work only upar se?
I think we have to work on the war footing right now, because no incentive will work.
What should they do? What should they be doing which they are not doing? Chandrabhushan, what should they be doing which they are not doing at this moment, according to you?
I think it should be enforced right now. The responsibility should be given to the police department to make sure that no stubble is burnt, and action should be taken. From next year, I think incentive scheme can be put in place. But next 10 days, I'm just saying next 10 days is going to be critical because they are likely to burn more till...
Let Jasmine Shah respond to this, that this needs to be dealt with on a war footing. Your inspectors need to be out. You are doing this to some extent, but not to the extent and not with the energy that is required for it to have a meaningful impact. Jasmine Shah.
Now, let me say again that this constant making of stubble burning as the villain, where we're not even talking about 50% of the pollution coming from UP and Haryana, where industries are guzzling, diesel vehicles, unchecked, firecracker, no ban. I think somewhere this discussion is counterproductive. As far as Punjab stubble burning is concerned, I again reiterate that 50% reduction over the last year has not happened automatically. Multiple steps have been taken. In situ machines have been procured. Ex situ mandatory, all the biomass power plants have been told that 20% stubble has to be mandated. Even stubble pellets have been found used in the industry. Multiple steps have been taken. I'm sure enforcement is very strict on the ground. And I will correct the gentleman that 80% of the harvesting is completed as on date, as on last evening, and 20% only is left. We are at the fag end of the harvesting in Punjab.
Chandrabhushan wants to respond to that. No, one second. You're saying something. Chandrabhushan wants to respond to that. Chandrabhushan, go on, sir.
Okay, this number argument is fine between two political parties. Please go ahead and do it, right? First of all, the indicator of number of stubble burning itself is wrong. You should be measuring burnt area. How much land is being burnt? Just counting number of farm fire doesn't give you the actual picture. It gives you a very good number that something has reduced. But the fact is, what exactly matters is how much area is being burnt.
I want to go across to Harish Khurana. Questions being asked about what the BJP governments in Haryana and UP are doing. The fact that they don't seem to be doing quite as much that needs to be done to deal with this issue on a war footing. What do you also think about the issue of chemical rain? AAP government says, let's give it a shot, let's experiment, let's see what happens.
See, as far as chemical rain is concerned, I mean, if they want to say come hoga, we welcome that. But seeing the track record of what the schemes they have launched, the patchwork what they have done. Today we require a chemotherapy in Delhi. But end of the day, you are doing a bandage. Unfortunately, it's that. Your own RTI, which I'm showing to your viewers, India Today RTI, I'm glad that RTI has been shown to you. It has been clearly stated that there is no such information and study related to campaign of red light on, gadi off. This was the RTI replied to your journalist, and it was India Today's RTI. My point is, and today also when in the affidavit was filed in the Supreme Court, what Delhi government has said, 30% vehicle will be go off of the road due to this odd even scheme. But what will happen? They have written to them 17.5% taxi will be going to be increased, 4.5% buses. Yes, I welcome that. 3.5% odd two-wheeler will be going to be increased, and some odd some odd vehicles will be increased. My point is, what is the use then? When 30% vehicle off the record, but taxis, two-wheelers and autos will be increased, what is the use? My point is, we need a long-term, short-term and middle-term plans, which I don't think so Delhi government has. It's a visionless government. I mean, we required a good public transport system, which we don't have. We required around 14,000 odd buses in Delhi. Unfortunately, right now it's 7,000 odd buses only in Delhi. And you expect people should use public transport.
Okay, let Jasmine Shah respond to that argument. You aren't investing as much in public transport as you should, especially given all of what you said when Sheila Dikshit was in power and the promises you made. Relative to that, your delivery has been underwhelming. Jasmine.
Rahul, I do not know whether to laugh or to cry hearing Mr. Harish Khurana. I feel like crying because today, as on today's data, 8 out of the 10 most polluted cities in India are in UP and Haryana. And all that Mr. Khurana cares about is Delhi, Kejriwal.
You should cry. You should cry.
Rahul, he should not interrupt me. This is not fair.
Okay, Mr. Khurana, you didn't want Jasmine to speak when you were speaking. Khurana Saab,
absolutely
you were objecting to Jasmine speaking over you. Allow him to complete, please. Jasmine, very quickly.
Very quickly, I'm saying that 8 out of the 10 most polluted cities in India today are in UP and Haryana. BJP has abandoned the people of Haryana and UP. Every time they are only saying Kejriwal. So Kejriwal is responsible for pollution of entire of North India. The Union Minister of Environment is missing in action. He's campaigning. He's not had time to hold one meeting. And he's talking about, Mr. Khurana is talking about public transport in Delhi. 800 electric buses are running in Delhi, the highest in India. Ask him how many are running in Haryana. How many are running in Uttar Pradesh? The fact is they have abandoned the people of UP, Haryana. The union government has abandoned the people of North India. If there is any government doing any work, it is the AAP government in Delhi and Punjab.
I want to report on this.
Okay, go on very quickly, Mr. Khurana.
See, पूरे दुनिया का कसूर है, दिल्ली का कसूर नहीं है. 700 odd buses are there claiming हमने किया.
Okay, Jasmine, let him speak. Jasmine, I don't like this. Let him speak.
Who has given you? Central government has given to you electrical buses, my dear friend. I'm sorry. What have you done? 7,000 buses are there in Delhi, yes or no? We required 14,000 buses, and you're claiming Delhi का कसूर नहीं है. अरे, we are talking about Delhi pollution right now. उसका कसूर है, उसका
अच्छा तो हरियाणा यूपी में pollution नहीं है.
Don't do topic transfer. अपनी बात करो ना यार. You talk about your. आपने क्या किया? We are making it sweepers.
Sir, the feeling I'm getting is both are doing topi transfer. You are pointing out what AAP isn't doing. AAP is pointing out what you aren't doing. I am more interested in knowing भाई जो आपसे बनती है वो तो करो. You should do what you can do.
That is unfair.
Both trying to blame the other.
Examples of what we are doing in Delhi. BJP is only indulging in politics, and this is the difference.
Debate is what? Pollution Delhi? Debate is pollution Delhi, na? We are
no, wait, debate. No, sir. We are debating pollution in India, especially North India. It's not just a Delhi problem. The fact is, Mr. Khurana, this is a problem. Mr. Khurana, it's not a localized Delhi problem. All of large parts of North India are facing the same issue. The NASA satellite, I can pull it out and I can play it for you, which shows the level of smog. Can we just call it out, please? It's not just a North India problem. There it is on your screen right now. You can see how this problem extends all around North India. It's not a Delhi problem alone. So please, for heaven's sakes, stop thinking of this as a Delhi problem. Mr. Khurana, I think we need to rewire ourselves. People in Haryana, Western UP are as important.
Because of Punjab today, Delhi people are facing this. I'm sorry. And unfortunately, my friend from Aam Aadmi Party is always in denial mode. How many
I want to go across to Chandra Bhushan on this. Mr. Bhushan, this sense that Delhi BJP has, blaming AAP blaming Haryana and UP. Nobody looking at the composite big picture. It's a national emergency. It's a catastrophe. We are dying because of the air we are breathing, and they're busy playing blame game.
No, absolutely. I think, first of all, Rahul, it is important to understand that the solution will be regional in nature. For that perspective, I agree with our friends from AAP that we need to have a regional answer for this problem, because this problem is regional in nature. Okay. So, but just to say that at this point of time, Punjab stubble burning is not a problem, is not correct.
Correct.
It is. Even if it is 30%, think about it. Of all the economic activities, if one activity is contributing 30%, if we can stop that activity, we are reducing pollution by 30%. So that 30% is not a small number. It's 1/3 of all the pollution. So I think, they have tried, everyone has put in effort to do this. It has not been successful. The point I was making was, counting fire number is not a correct indicator of farm fire. This, every agriculture scientist knows it. You have to look at burnt area. How many acres of farm has been burnt? That will give you a correct picture in terms of whether the numbers are coming, whether the amount of farm fire is coming down or not. My sense is that the farmers are putting together 3 or 4 farms together and burning it. So you are counting one, whereas 3 farms are burning. So my sense is that I don't think there has been substantial reduction in area which is being burnt. And I think this needs to be investigated further, because the pollution this year has been devastating. The spike in pollution reaching 600, 700 is not possible if there's 50% reduction in stubble burning. It's just not possible.
Then why do you think it's happened?
Because the area, I don't think there has been substantial reduction in farm, in actual burnt area.
Why don't you, Jasmine, make that data available from Punjab? How much area is under fire, not just the number of fires per se?
Well, it's a good point. What I am aware of is that this data certainly exists, but it is manually compiled. So there is a certain lag by which you get the data. The satellite data is real time and therefore gets separated on a daily basis. But I am sure that data will also come out soon and we can discuss that. But again,
Chandrabhushan, what are you saying?
You can do both together. Burnt area and number is done together from whether you are looking at whatever satellite data that you have. Both can be done simultaneously. Those are real-time data. So my suggestion would be, if we are really serious about looking at whether this thing is working or not.
You should take it up. With your academic background, Jasmine, you should take this up on priority. Let's look at the farm area under fire, not just the number of farm fires. I think that's a very good statistical point.
No, it's a fair suggestion, Rahul. I agree, it's a fair suggestion.
Okay. The good thing is that we were able to agree on something. You should look at the area, because obviously and very logically speaking, if the number of fires is coming down, but the area that is under fire is still the same, it doesn't mean anything. It's not just the number, it's the area that is under fire that needs to be looked at as well. Anyway, I want to thank all our guests for joining us. We hope that you all have a happy Diwali, sparkling Diwali, also hopefully a less polluted Diwali. And this idea that you want to ban all firecrackers, is that the right idea, or should there be a suggestion which allows for certain kinds of firecrackers which are relatively less polluting, green firecrackers, to be burst, so people can celebrate Diwali the way they want? They don't feel that their festival is being interfered with and that they're not getting to do what they want, because if the voters, the citizens don't like what's being suggested, they won't listen. So do you have to be practical in your policy formulations as well? I'm slipping into a break. I'll have more for you when we come back on the other side. You're watching the NewsTrack. Stay.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Colors by Cola makes you wish everything was as vibrant. by Cola makes you wish everything was as vibrant. Colors by Cola makes you wish everything was as vibrant. Colors by Cola makes you wish everything was as vibrant.
Raju tea stall must stop in Bhopal. Kachori, nice.
The credit of transforming Madhya Pradesh goes only to Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
How the BJP is fighting in Madhya Pradesh. How many of you think India is going to win the World Cup here? Arre wah. We call this bhaji. Rajdeep the laddu maker. क्या-क्या करना पड़ता है लाइफ में. शिवराज सिंह को विदाई के टाइम आ चुकी है.
My religion is not my politics.
आपको लाडली बहना में पैसे आ रहे हैं कि नहीं?
आ रहे हैं ना.
कितने आ रहे हैं?
1250.
Nothing like dal fry on the highway.
You're on board the NewsTrack. Israel's Mossad chief and the head of the Central Investigative Agency have met with the Qatari Prime Minister in Doha to discuss a deal for hostage release. While the outcome of talks is unclear, Israel has agreed to a 4-hour daily pause in fighting. There are still over 220 hostages in the custody of the Hamas. Their fate hangs in balance.
After more than a month of relentless bombing and attacks, some relief for Palestinian civilians. Israel will pause the war for 4 hours in northern Gaza every day to help people move to safer locations in the south. The small window of relief was agreed upon after mediation by Qatar. The chiefs of CIA and Mossad met with Qatari Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahmani Al Thani in Doha on Thursday. They discussed the parameters for a hostage release deal and a pause in Hamas-Israel fighting in the Gaza Strip. Qatar, where several Hamas political leaders are based, has been leading talks for the release of more than 240 hostages. The Qatari mediators had met Hamas officials on Wednesday night. After the meetings, the White House said that Israel has agreed to halt its assault daily for 4 hours to enable Palestinians to flee hostilities. Israel is also opening a second corridor for civilians to flee the areas that are the current focus of its military campaign against Hamas. The pauses emerged for discussions between US and Israeli officials in recent days, including talks President Joe Biden had with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Did you ask him to pause for 3 days to get the hostages out for that?
Yes. I've asked for even a longer pause for some of them.
Meanwhile, Gaza sees no respite from the Israeli airstrikes. On Friday, Israeli strikes hit locations near several hospitals as the military pushed deeper into dense urban neighborhoods. Even as these airstrikes force civilians to flee towards the south of the besieged territory, world awaits Israeli initiatives to bring relief to Palestinians. Bureau Report, India Today.
This is where we wrap up the NewsTrack tonight. For your time and your trust, thank you very much. I wish all of you a very happy Deepavali with your family, with your friends. Enjoy yourselves. Have a blast. Have a sparkling Deepavali. I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Get ready for an immersive journey into the heart of news, politics and insights that truly matter. Join India Today now on WhatsApp with the #1 election team as we gear up for the upcoming assembly elections. Scan the QR code on your screen now.
Join India Today now on WhatsApp. Follow these steps. Open WhatsApp on your phone. Check for a new updates tab. Select Find Channel and type India Today. After finding the channel, tap the Follow button.
The Ethics Committee sat, and it is very unfortunate and rather unfair, again unethical, that the report which was to be tabled in the Ethics Committee, and then if there was a debate over it, there would be voting. But the report was out in the public domain to the media even before it was tabled in the Ethics Committee. So you are suggesting that there will be an investigation. Now, before the investigation is underway, you have already made a recommendation. So this is not like in tune.
इतनी हल्की सोचे हुए दिख रही है। सीबीआई उनके जूतों का हिसाब नहीं, उनके द्वारा अपना जो लॉगिन पासवर्ड दिया गया उस पर जो प्रश्न पूछे गए उसका हिसाब पूछने आ रही है, और उन प्रश्नों के एवज में जो पैसे लिए गए जहाँ गिफ्ट लिए गए उसका हिसाब पूछने आ रही है। ये तो मुहम्मद ने खुद एक्सेप्ट किया कि उन्होंने गिफ्ट लिए थे।
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 31 and minimum 19 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 32 and minimum 26 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 31 and minimum 19 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 26 and minimum 19 degrees. Chennai, maximum 30 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 29 and minimum 21 degrees.
stall must stop in Bhopal. Kachori, nice.
The credit of transforming Madhya Pradesh goes only to Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
How the BJP is fighting in Madhya Pradesh. How many of you think India is going to win the World Cup here? Arey wah.